Hi, I'm Eric Pratt from US Broadcast Distribution, and today we're going to be talking about Waterbird's MS XL. It's a way of adding dynamic movement to your live productions. A few weeks ago we talked about their MS Pro, a smaller scale unit perfect for DSLRs or small PTZ cameras and smaller cinema cameras. The MS XL is its bigger brother, and it is capable of handling massive payloads and being ordered in any length. So we can mount this unit in any kind of environment where you'd want to have a track that can move a camera from one side of a production to the other. We can add incredible live production movements all at the click of a button. So if I want to, I can position the camera at the midpoint here, and I can bring up our other shot so you can see the back of the unit, and we can take a look at the head itself. First, we're going to talk about the rail components themselves. They're made up of three parts: these plastic modular pieces, which are flexible against each other, the belt, and the rails. The modular pieces are held together by these screws, and once we get the shape of the rails put together the way that we want, we tighten this down, and then we install the rails and the belt. Now, these can be ordered in any length, so we get as many of these modular pieces as we need, and then a belt and rails as long as we want. If in the future we want to order more of these rail segments, we just order for a nominal fee a longer belt and longer rails. From below, each one of these modules has a 3/8 mounting point, meaning that we have a lot of places that we can connect, and the Waterbird units come with these junior mountable adapters, which give it a lot of stability. So once these are plugged in and screwed in real tight and attached to a real heavy-duty junior support, you get a lot of stability, which is important in the unit. Now let's take a look at the motion controller itself. It's this box here, which sits on top of a platform on which you can mount various things like cameras or PT heads, pretty much anything that you'd want it to attach, but primarily cameras. And there are a number of different connections here that enable different workflows. So right now what I have is I have power coming from the power supply into the MIDI port. And there are a number of different ways that we can wire this up. We can, for example, connect the MS Phoenix, the controller, to the power supply, and then from the power supply through to here, so we have a fully wired connection. Or in this case, we have power coming from here, and we're connecting via the MS Phoenix via wirelessly, and then we can get the power off of something like a 26-volt V-mount, which can drive both the controller and any accessory items. There are also a number of different connections here. There is a 12-volt out, there's Ethernet, so we can have a full IP-based infrastructure. If we have something like a Panasonic RP series control surface, we can use this because this thing speaks Panasonic HTTP protocol, and then we could go in Ethernet here, wired or wirelessly, and then out of here into the PTZ camera. There are a number of other workflows that we're working on here as well. There's a USB port for firmware update, there is a 2.5mm camera trigger, and then there's another 4-pin 12-volt output. So we can use this to supply power to a variety of different devices that are on the platform. So there's a couple of the different connections and ideas for workflows for working with the Waterbird's MS XL adds a whole new dimension to your production's creativity, allowing you to have a camera anywhere within a venue without having to have an operator, and it can move back and forth repeatedly over and over again without any necessity or guidance from it. We can bundle this with a large number of products, control surfaces, PTZ cameras, PTZ camera automation software. There are definitely a lot of workflows that we are interested in working with here and taking a look at. And if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at US Broadcast and ask us more about getting Waterbird into your production today.